All right, we're back. We're back. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to see if it's choppy. The Art Messiah is back. Let me check out it on my phone. Let me hear what you guys are hearing. For real, for real. Yo. Okay, so I may actually have fixed both the audio and video. And I'll tell you what I did here in a second. But first, let me grab a charger real quick. Okay, charger has been gotten. Maybe she'll join back in, but also, you know, it takes a little bit to kind of get everything refreshed and everything like that. Sounds good. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So what I did, and we'll see if this is a fix, but I needed to match my input into OBS, which is my microphone. I needed to match the hertz with what is in Streamlabs. So the Streamlabs was set at 44.1 thousand, and my microphone was at 96,000. So my microphone couldn't change from 96,000, and Streamlabs only goes up to 48,000. But I switched to 48,000 because 96,000 is 48,000 times 2. So I'm hoping that if it's an exact multiplication, then maybe it'll sync more precisely. So we'll see about that. And then also when it comes to video, I disabled force rendering from my GPU since this is coming from a capture card, and we'll see if that works or not. If it doesn't, then we'll try something out next stream. But why don't we go ahead and see what's going on here and get some drawing done. All right. All right. So let's get some music going. Let's get the chill vibes. Get my drawing glove. Great question, Maya. The drawing says rhythm mechanic. What does that mean? So I don't know how well I have explained this before, but this is a character from my story called Ignition. And in the world of Ignition, we have individuals that are called mechanics. And so mechanics can kind of be anything in this world. In real life, like, you know, mechanic is, you know, typically someone that works on a car or works on trains, airplanes, anything that's like mechanical. We call that a mechanic, and they're hands-on. They're in there changing the parts, doing their things, this and that. In this world, the term mechanic is much more general, but it's basically just a person that is a geek about a certain topic, and they know how to work with that topic, and they can, you know, modify and repair and this and that. So this character name is Jeddah. the rhythm mechanic. And so basically, she's kind of like, you know, a music producer, as well as like a DJ, and someone that can actually build instruments and build sound. And she actually uses her devices to um, assist, maybe not assist, but kind of improve and make her dancing and skating more lively, more actionable. Um, so she's just all about music and all about the rhythm. So that's why her name is the Rhythm Mechanic. Yes. So Ignition's world does focus on building. As you guys know, I am a mechanical engineer, and so I want to explore just how we build things in society and what technology kind of means to us. And so the themes of technology and building and resources, it's a very big topic in my story. So all these characters are different mechanics of different, you know, fields and industries and interests. All right, so if you guys could, please let me know if we're still dealing with audio issues, as well as video issues. If you see nothing really happening on the screen, it's actually more likely that it's more likely that there is an issue going on than it's me not drawing. Okay, so let's come in here, and last time we kind of worked on this a bit, but we're gonna work on the line work some more. I could just go over it, but I'm gonna actually create a new layer, maybe. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. Cool. My world focuses on automata, puppets, and dolls. Okay. That's what's up. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have some similarities, I'm sure. Yeah, is it kind of like a steampunk kind of vibe? Is that what you're going for? Alright, so yeah, we're gonna come in and kind of clean up the artwork somewhat, but I do want to keep it loose. Right now, I'm kind of torn in creating my line work. Like, I don't know how clean I want it to be. So I am still kind of just experimenting for the most part. No, it's scary. The master villain is a demon pretending to be a fallen god, possessing a doll made from human sacrifices. Dang. Sorry, that's super dark. I just really like dark things. Hey, everyone's got a different, a different vibe, a different story in mind, and a different aesthetic. I don't fall into the horror realm that often, but I know people that are like really into it, including yourself. Hold on a sec. We'll need this stabilization so that get that going. And I appreciate stories that can, go a little bit darker. Alright, we're gonna try a slightly smoother brush. Gonna mess with settings a little bit. I don't like most horror movies. I prefer J horror. I'm gonna imagine that means Japanese horror. Is that correct? But yeah, what I was gonna say is I do like things that can go a little bit darker, like Hunter x Hunter's Chimera Ant arc. I don't know if people would really consider that like really dark, but I do. And also like, well, not necessarily the ending, but I did like a lot of Attack on Titan, and a lot of the storytelling there, and that definitely got dark at times, if not like all the time. Some of the scenes there were pretty horrifying, so definitely not averse to that. I think my art and my story is going to come across as pretty lighthearted, but I think it is going to get pretty serious and hit some pretty important topics. I think I'm going to liken it to like One Piece in that regards, where it's like, oh yeah, it looks like a fun like kid story, but there's a lot to actually offer there. And so that is kind of what I want to attempt to do as well. Alright, we're gonna fix this back foot up a little bit. I feel like there's still some lingering construction issues going on there. Thank you. Yeah, this is just some chill hop music. I am working on some of my own custom music, so I don't have to so I can actually like what was I gonna say? So I don't have to worry about getting struck down for copyrights all the time. And now that you're making videos, I'm sure that's, you know, either something that's already happened to you or will probably happen to you. Like, they do not mess around with these copyrights, which is good, obviously, because it's like I wouldn't want someone to be using my stuff without my permission either. So, but a lot of the times I get permissions from artists. Not all the time I get permission from artists to use their stuff. But still, even when I get permission, it automatically strikes it, and then most times it will go away, but there are those times that it doesn't. Okay, so I'm trying to imagine how this will look. I almost need a skate so that I can have some reference to go off of, but I guess we're winging it today. I don't know if it's looking right. I think it looks good for the most part. It's mostly the angle that I'm going for. So like technically the axis lines should look something a little bit like that. This angle is throwing me off. Okay, I'm gonna get some reference really quickly. Okay. Oh, I'm behind in the chat. Sorry, that's weird. I really like Dark Things. The vibe is like dark, fantastical, sci-fi. That sounds really cool. I don't know how to explain it. I don't like horror movies. Horror movies now seem to be all pointless gore, screaming, intense music. That's very true. It's not very like psychological or anything like that. It's very much so just like hey, here's a jump scare, here's some tense music going on, and yeah, it doesn't feel like there's like that much thought put in behind the scares. It's like, hey, let's just use scares that we've seen in other movie and base it off of the fear of something gore and like horrifying looking instead of being creative with like the shots they use. I haven't seen a creative horror movie in a while. Oh yes, are you excited for the new Attack on Titan episodes? So I went ahead and read the rest of it because I was tired of them doing a part 3, part 2 of part 1 of part 8. I'm like, okay, there's too many parts of this last session. Just to go ahead and like finish it up already. But yeah, I am excited. I do want to see it animated. My story is extremely dark, but to alleviate, add a lot of manga-like exaggerated humor and even just some simple, wholesome slice of life moments. That's good, because then the dark moments hit even harder, I think. You know, if everything is completely dark, then it's like, okay, you kind of get a little bit used to it. So it's like if you have that like yin and yang, or like that good versus bad, dark versus light, you get to appreciate each side a little bit more, maybe, I don't know. Since otherwise it would just be too serious to endure. Nice background music, thank you. Looks really good. I can't draw that angle, so I am trying out like angles and things that I am typically not good at, and this has a lot of dynamic movement in it, and it's coming out. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Just gonna gather some reference real quick and we're gonna keep drawing. Alright, I'm back. And back in action. We've got some reference. So let's kind of see what we're working with here. The foot is angled back like this. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm telling you as an artist, it is so important, the reference. That's how you learn to draw. And then once you know how to draw whatever it is that you're drawing, then you probably don't need to use a reference anymore. But in the interim, we're going to use reference. And having something in real life and on hand that you can draw from is great. Because looking for pictures can suck, trying to get the angle and stuff like that. I was just chilling to the music. I love death metal, but I like whatever this genre is as well. Yeah, so I think this can be considered maybe like lo-fi, chill hop. So yeah, if you're looking for that kind of stuff, that's what I type in. I type in like lo-fi hip hop or chill hop, something along the lines of that. I use this all the time while I was studying during engineering school, and it's just kind of like good relaxing background music. I do listen to like other things, but this is one of the channels that I've gotten permission to use their music in my videos, so I typically kind of use this as my base. All right, let's do this. So this was me doing this from the top of my head. Now this is going to be me using a little bit of reference to try to get some of this stuff looking a little bit more correct this time around. I was pretty close actually in a lot of the construction, but there's some issues here and there that I need to correct. So we're gonna do I have some range when it comes to music I like. I'm still picky though. I'm kind of the same way. It's cool how this is hip hop, but it has an ethereal tone to it, which is interesting. Yeah, that's what I like. It has like a good driving beat and bass line, but it's very relaxing at the same time. So sometimes I do get tired of the music genres that I really gravitate towards, and so I kind of branch out. But I typically have like some music genres that I always come back to. That's just kind of how it is for me. I don't know how it is for other people. It's just kind of how I roll. Okay, so before I get too carried away in detail, you know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna create like a quick sketch layer for myself, just to go ahead and kind of get this stuff kind of lined up and making sense. Okay. Alright, we are gonna go off of that. Oh, this artist? Okay, hold on a sec. Let's take a look real quick. This is currently Twilight by Evil Needle and Misha. So, what was just before this was Sippin' by L Train and Peel Sing. Alright, no worries. Do you want me to put it back up on the screen for a little bit so you can take a screenshot from your screen? I do not mind doing that. Yeah, so drawing skates is pretty hard. Getting the perspective right. But I think we're making good progress. We are making good progress, and we're kind of understanding just the construction a little bit more. So when we go to draw skates again, we're going to be way better. Yes, I mean, my story is all about drawing technical things, so I'm gonna have to get used to it regardless. Oh, great question. What other genres of music do you also like? So I also like indie music. I like fusion jazz, not necessarily just like pure jazz. I like when jazz is infused with other music. I've been getting into a little bit of, I think it's called like grass. I think that's what it's called. So indie, grass, jazz, R&B, and soul, funk. I like a bit of K-pop. But that guy, I feel like K-pop is kind of like a fusion between like pop and like funk a lot, is what I've been hearing. J-pop as well. I really love like orchestrated and also classical music. So I don't know, I have a lot of music interests. Yeah, I mean, as artists, we tend to do that. We tend to kind of judge our art in a very harsh way. Why? I don't know. I do not know why we do that, but we are pretty hard on ourselves, I've realized. The majority of us. Some of us are not. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm spending too much time trying to draw these wheels. So I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit. Also, what about yourself? What are some other genres that you listen to? I know you like some metal. What we're listening to right now is definitely a mix between like jazz, ethereal type music, meditation music, hip hop. Right now, the reason I'm struggling is because like I'm trying to reach a level of perfection that I really don't need to be at, but for some reason in my mind I have this idea that like this needs to look a specific way when it doesn't. It just needs to have the general idea the skate back here is a really small portion of the piece as well, so like I really don't need to be this critical. Alright. I am fairly happy with that, I think. And that's what it looked like before, and that's what it looks like now, and it looks much cleaner. I think I can bring in this wheel still a little bit more. I think that's gonna help out. And also, the angle of this can change, I think, slightly as well. So we're gonna change that real quick. Actually, alright guys, this is looking good. Okay. Oh, that took too much time, but there we have it. That's looking good. right now I'm. Oh, wait a sec. Actually, I need a water break real quick, and I'll come back and we'll be chatting a little bit. Okay, I am back. What's a music drawing that's very different from what you usually gravitate toward, but you really like? Oh, genre, not drawing. Yeah, I guess I would say classical and orchestrated. Is kind of. Well, I guess that's what I typically like. But yeah, I think a little bit of like, I forget the actual like technical terms for it, but I think it is like grass. Stuff like I think they're called the Alabama Shakes. Stuff like that. That's a little bit more like country. In terms of like the overall thing, feeling. But I really enjoy that I shouldn't say really enjoy that. I enjoy that from time to time. I'm not like really into country though, that genre specifically. But I guess country is somewhat of an offshoot of another genre. I forget what it's called that country is kind of based off of. But yeah, I like some of the surrounding genres. Let's see. I like melodic death metal, orchestral metal, techno metal, stuff like that. Alright, so anything that's got metal in the name, you're gonna like. Also like dark synth and industrial. Nice. I don't know exactly what industrial contains, so I'm gonna look into it, but I was working on a few pieces that had a little bit of an industrial flair. I'm gonna see if we can find it real quick. It might be here in maybe not. Music backup. Maybe it's somewhere in here. Let's see. Yes. So this is kind of a blend of genres, though. This is like, you know what? I don't really know what the genre would be. But I'm creating this for my story, because my story is very like industry heavy, industrial, so And then I created like a series that kind of goes with these instruments. This reminds me of Gordon's. It should be called Goron Ha. I'll have to take a look into it then. Cause yeah, I'm putting together music for my story, so I do genre exploration a lot because I don't just like one thing. So yeah. Here's some of my musings. Oh, it's Goron. Yeah, I just figured I would. When he said industrial, that's what I started thinking of. But yeah, so that's a little bit of stuff that I was working on. So it's called Goron. Alright, I'm gonna write that down so I can remember. Hold on a sec. Well, yeah. Just open up a notepad real quick. Goron Ha. Okay. I got it. You got it. Thank you. Right now I'm listening to a lot of actually hold on. He said let me turn this down a little bit. Let's see. I also like melodic death. I also like dark synth and industrial. Sometimes some cyberpunk. Nice. Dark ambience when I want to relax. Right now I'm listening to a lot of Elidiance and Three Teeth, which I'm sure you haven't heard of. Well, now I have, and I'm gonna write that down. Thank you for the rec. I also like something called Japanese Dark Ritual Synth. This is a very specific name, and I want to look into that now. A lot of the playlists I listen to involve the word witch house, whatever that is. Shoot, I don't know. You know better than me. Dang, the line art is so nice. Thank you. I think I'm good. I think the line art is kind of done at this point. I might darken some lines here and there, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. It's both expressive, messy, but still clean enough to read all the shapes and everything that I need here. So I think we're gonna get moving on to the cleanup of the coloring some more. I do not like all metal. Okay, yeah, that is fair. I was only kidding. There's so much. It's crazy how it's like you have the genres and subgenres, and like you can get so many different types of feelings and like very specific things within the niches. Whatever this is not what I meant. Industrial means something else. You have to look it up. This kind of reminds of Goron. Okay, so yeah, I read that. That's not what it's called. I literally just came up with that name. Oh. Are you talking about like Goron in terms of like Legend of Zelda Goron? Okay, I won't be expecting for there to be some Goron hop then. But I'm gonna look up industrial, so I can see what that's all about. No, this sounds pretty cool. I literally just came up with that name. Yeah, Zelda Gorons. LOL, knock it off autocorrect. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Okay, there's a layer hidden somewhere. Oh, I put it directly on the base layer. I am a little bit silly for that, and that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this color. We're gonna use my color fill brush, of course, or I shouldn't say of course, but we are gonna use our color fill brush, and we're gonna color this stuff in. This stuff is a little, I guess, kind of like brainless. I don't really have to think that much per se. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and just go ahead and add in kind of where this old stuff was, so I kind of remember, because when I come to clean this up, it's gonna be hard to see that. Okay. Also, you probably already noticed this, but no, hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Oh gosh, there's so many colors I need to correct, and that's, I don't know, it's fine, but also not. Need to go ahead and merge these two layers. All right. Coloring everything on the same layer has its pros and cons. It makes it a little bit difficult to, like, you have to go directly to the edge for everything. Now I gotta think about this a little bit. Okay, anyways, I guess the genres I also like that are very different from regional proclivities are, of course, chill hop, wherever this is. Actually, hold on 1 second. Seems like someone's here. Hold on. Okay, hello. I am back. Um, and someone's at the is at the door. The the knocking jump scaring me. Yeah, it's jump scaring me too. So I don't know why they knock so loud. but apparently they're going around kind of inspecting people's places, their water heater in the kitchen cabinets. I don't know if it's because I'm in an older place, but yeah, I I jumped too. I'm like, yo. Yeah, there's no sound. I turned off the sound because I didn't know what was going on, what was needed. And cool. I thought I heard an alert while I was away, but that's awesome. That's awesome. I set it up so like the alerts would show, but I'm cool. I'm glad that it actually worked out that way. And what art program is this? This is Clip Studio Paint. You can kind of see it at the top of the screen, but it's Clip Studio Paint X. And I bought the one-time purchase, but they changed the model to that. I don't get any new updates anymore, but before you used to get updates. So anyways, that's just a heads up. If anyone was trying to get this program, then I just wanted to give people a heads up because they are not going to give you updates anymore. Anyways, what else? Anyways, let's just jump back into it. Yeah. My friend is going to try out Clip Studio Paint. Okay, well, hopefully they have like a good experience with it. To be transparent, I don't like what they were trying to do with like the AI art stuff. They kind of rolled it back once they realized that artists were upset with them. But I didn't like what they were trying to do with that. I thought that was handled pretty awfully. But I think overall it's a good program. It's made specifically for artists, and you can really feel that as you're working within it. And also in terms of performance for my computer, it was just working out way better than Photoshop was. So really on my end, I don't have too many complaints about the actual like drawing experience. I think it's way better than what I've had before and experienced before, so I'm pretty satisfied. So I'm curious what your friend is going to think as well. So I'm sure the changes look kind of subtle from people viewing this, but I really have changed a lot of artwork since like my first iteration on this, and I think all the changes have been for the benefit. I've also like incorporated some feedback from some art friends as well, so I think the piece is really coming along since its beginnings, and I'm super pumped about that. She's just trying out digital. Oh good, no AI. This is an AI free zone. Yes, I'm so tired of it. The whole like discussion and back and forth, like I don't understand why people don't want to put people first, especially for something as fun to do as drawing. And like, you know, robots, in quotes, artificial intelligence, like they kept on saying like, oh, it's meant to replace, you know, jobs that people don't want to do. And it's like, now people are just stealing artwork from artists and saying it's the future, and it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're stealing stuff that not only took a long time to produce, but was produced with a lot of heart and a lot of consideration and thought, and people are just taking it and making light of it like it's nothing. So as an artist, that is really disheartening. And I'm so glad that like artists had a lot of pushback, because when Clip Studio announced that, I mean, they got dragged, and I'm glad they did, because I want to say that it kind of was like, oh, you know what, maybe we shouldn't screw over, you know, our customer base, but um I have some mild experience with digital. I might post some of my old digital art, or as my friend calls it, digi art. I've been mostly inactive on my channel due to being busy. I completely get that. I haven't posted an actual tutorial video in ages because I've been busy. I keep having one brain cell people argue with me that AI is sentient and uses references like humans. Oh my goodness, that argument. Oh, it really pisses me off. It's like they don't understand the black box of AI and how it generates art. No, I'm angry with you. Yeah, like I am mad with you, and it's not even something that I can like stop really like thinking about and considering, because I know a few artists that quite a few artists that are like really fighting hard and pushing back against this, because honestly, like, artists are at the forefront of what laws are going to be created around, in quotes, artificial intelligence and how it's used in society. And for artists to be the ones, like artists that don't have any money, to be the ones to have to stand up and say like, hey guys, this is, you know, maybe a problem, maybe the humanitarian problem, and we literally have like close to zero resources. It's like we're the poorest. I shouldn't say the poorest, but it's like, you know, we're not like, you know, some crazy privileged individuals or something like that that can fight, that have all the time and money and energy and resources to fight something like this. And it's just, it's maddening. It's actually maddening, that it's like, yeah, when people don't see that this is maybe not a good thing. There's just so many of these like tech bros that are just like gung-ho about it, and then they turn around and try to use the argument that they are democratizing art and that artists are the ones that are trying to like gatekeep art or something like that. And it's like literally anybody can pick up a pencil. That's cheap. That is super cheap to do. Anyone can pick up even a tablet now to go onto their computer. Like back in the day, sure, that was expensive, but again, artists weren't gatekeeping that. It's like that's tech companies that were charging that much for art. You know what I mean? All you needed is a pencil and a piece of paper, and you could learn art. There was no real like gatekeeping, and especially with the online community and how helpful it is for people learning art, it's like there's literally no excuse for people to be like, yeah, artists are the ones that are like trying to keep people from creating art. You know what I mean? Everybody can have their own artistic vision already. Sorry, I'm like really ranting right now, but it's just, I don't know. It really, the arguments are so backwards, and the thing is, I don't think people realize the amount of harm and that we're going to create if we set precedents that, hey, it's actually okay to feed these AI like we are people's literally livelihood that they've spent their whole lives kind of working and curating, and just saying, hey, actually a robot is going to do it, and actually they're doing exactly what you're doing as a human. And it's like, that could be farthest from the truth. That couldn't be any further from the truth. You know what I mean? And it's such like a, it really gets on my nerves. When I explain why they're wrong, they use ad hominems against me, calling me asshole because I think that, I shouldn't have said that out loud. I don't want to get demonetized. A-hole, because I think that art is exclusive to only humans or can't be just anything. Well, the thing with art is that it is a human thing. Art is just the way we express ourselves. Art can take so many shapes and forms, but art isn't just tracing or stealing from someone. And it's like, even within the art community, like, we've realized that for ages already. You know what I mean? Like, art is putting your expression out there, and if you have a machine that's just cobbling together information and putting it out there, then what is their artistic expression? There's really no argument that you can make that it's having an artistic expression. And the people using it, there's no artistic expression. The only thing you could argue is that the creators of AI used some sense of creativity. But again, they're not generating these art pieces. The AI is generating these, in quotes, art pieces, which are really just cobbled together artists. You know, there's no thought or feeling behind it. It's just statistics, it's numbers, and people think it's like this revolutionary thing, and it's really irritating. So like, yeah, typically like I kind of just let things, be and happen or whatever, but it's like, this is really pivotal. The precedents that are set now are going to affect every industry and how companies employ this kind of technology. And so I am kind of keeping up with it. Obviously, I'm, still doing my own thing, creating my art, but one of the ways that it's impacted my way of thinking is that, like, I don't want to post art online anymore if we're gonna have a whole bunch of these imbeciles just taking art and not giving anything back. It's not like these artists are being compensated for their art being taken and stolen and thrown into these generators, So my thing right now is like I haven't really posted much art online. But my thing is to probably just keep taking more and more stuff offline, and so that way it just can't be copied. And then, you know, for the people that are interested, I think I'm just going to create like an actual you know, website and platform that has some kind of wall, whether it be like you have to verify that you're human, you know, to use it, or there's some paywall or something, because my art is not only valuable, I think the more important thing is, like, you know, this is, you know, part of who I am and my identity. So I don't even really care about the money making aspect of it. It's just I don't want someone coming in and imitating me, and creating stuff that I would never create, and kind of using my name. And it's like that's happened with some big artists already, like Sam does art and whatnot. And I'm just like, these people have no soul. They have no soul. And they have too much time on their hands. Like, drawing to me is so just like meditative. Like, I literally love coming in here and just coloring like this. It's just fun. Yeah, sorry about that. The reason it was shutting on and off is that my connection cable I had unplugged. Hopefully I'm back now. Can you hear me? Hello, hello? Am I coming through? Okay, and then I also just reset my video, so hopefully. Are we still having issues? Oh, we might still be having issues. Ah, goodness. Alright, let me give it a time to reboot a little bit. Bear with me for a little bit. I think it'll start working again. Alright, let's see what you said. It's like they're fighting for robot rights or something. Don't keep art all for humans. Let robots have a say. They're so stupid I could really imagine them doing that for real. Yeah, especially, it's like these AIs are not even close to being sentient. And they probably never will be, because humans can't create life in that way. What they might do is they might try to make something convincing, right? Where it's like, oh, this kind of resembles a human, right? There's been a lot of things that can do that, and the reason it can do that is because it has a lot of data of humans. Take away the data of the humans, and these artificial intelligence is is nothing. It has to be trained on human knowledge. And human knowledge has a lot of bias. And so, you know, even if it becomes quote unquote sentient, if it's using data from humans that's biased, no, absolutely not. In terms of like, it's gonna cause so many issues if you're gonna fight for rights for robots like that. Because guess who's gonna control that? People that have the money to create the robots, not any normal human being. So I don't know. It's like I think some of it is just like they really like sci-fi, and I like sci-fi too, but they like it to a point where it's like they don't realize that sci-fi was pointing out a lot of issues, you know, with a lot of the stuff that humans do and what path we are currently on. And that's why I kind of like sci-fi, because it's a look at it. But I feel like a lot of fans of that genre just like want to actually see all of those things exist, regardless of the toll. Looks like my video is not working. Alright, we got video back. We got some strange things going on. They're confusing art with illustration. Art has an invaluable mental process that AI can neither experience nor show. Exactly, that's really spot on. Yes, like illustration is just kind of like the final product. And it's like art is so much more. It's the entire process. It's how you get from A to B and why you get from A to B. AI will never say like why I got from A to B, because it doesn't know. It has absolutely no concept of something like that. Portray is a more accurate word. That can neither experience nor portray. Exactly. It's like exclaiming a printer is the artist when it's literally just printing out an image from the internet. That's a good analogy. It's like pretty much like a printer with like a whole bunch of extra steps that are illegal. You should continue to post online. Don't let AI take over the online presence. More artists should post outnumber the AI and push back together. It might feed the AI more things, but still, I think they should do it. More genuine art needs to be produced for the sake of humanity. So, yeah, I guess I kind of have opinions on that, where it's like, I do get that it's like, it is valuable. We need to show people that it's valuable. But at the same time, it's like, I almost wonder if like a strike is better, where people will realize the value of human art if they don't have it anymore. And that goes for both the companies that are stealing human art, and also for consumers that consume art, and then when they're left with only nothing but the derivative creations of AI art, it's like they'll realize that, you know, maybe there's more to art than just you know, pretty pictures. And like, how do you create something new? Like, And the reason I feel that way is that it actually may be beneficial is because I feel like a lot of people are also getting tired of like the cinema and movies, like things like Marvel movies. I feel like a lot of people feel burnout in that category, and I think when people feel burnout, I think we'll see how the cards play out. But people may start to leave and find something else that is more what they're interested in. But again, only time can tell with a lot of this stuff. And I think I will, post like sketches and things that I'm doing, but I do think that I'm going to make a very strong case for like protecting the art that you do, and making sure people kind of understand the value in it, because we live in like a society where everything is just not really taken very seriously, honestly. Like with having just like a constant stream of media and this and that, and not having the attention span, like you don't really know how to appropriately attribute value to something. And I don't want to just put myself in the churn of industry, of like tech industry and stuff. I am here on YouTube, but honestly it's because it feels like a place where I can truly just talk to people and do long form content. Everything is just like these short bits now, and this is like the only place where I feel like I can really express ideas and tutorials and things in that manner without having to worry about the monetization and the advertisements. Like I'll tell people, like, put on ad blocks so you don't have to see advertisements from companies. So I don't know. All I'm saying is it's just making me consider, it's making me think about how people value art, how I value art, and what's really the best move forward with some of these technologies and social media just kind of taking over everything. I love Sam Does Art. He recently got 1 million subs. Whoa, shout out to him. I really love the way he does like backgrounds specifically. His characters are like good as well, and they match really well with his backgrounds and style. But the main thing, the main thing I like is how he can capture a sense of place really well with his colors. And so I am definitely learning from him because he is really great at that. AI shouldn't be sentient because then we'll basically be keeping them as slaves. Yes, because they can't move on their own. They won't have a body on their own. We will be extremely evil and corrupt if we use sentient AI. Our view of life and interaction with other humans will be perverted. The Matrix was literally a warning, and yet people want that world for some weird reason. Yes, it is literally a warning. Yet people seem to be gung-ho about it. Why? It is beyond me. And yeah, like there's so many issues with AI and artificial intelligence, like real artificial intelligence. Mainly because of the people that would be behind it. Like if it just like existed out of like nowhere, then okay, fine, maybe it should have some rights. But like the fact of the matter is that someone's creating it, and that someone is going to have biases and is going to have a reason for creating it. Like, no one just has, free time to just create whatever. There's like some money incentive, and so that means it's going to be, like you said, pretty much just kind of enslaved and made to work for someone, right? And it's like, that is a huge, it's a big issue. And the fact that so much money is currently right now being invested into a lot of these like artificial intelligence technologies it's definitely disconcerting. It's like we already have the warning signs, and yet people don't want to see them or listen to them. And the thing is, even if you're doing it for fun, the people that are just like jumping in on the trends of using like Lensa AI or whatever the case may be, they're giving these companies a business case that, hey, this is actually what people want and will buy. And that's all these companies care about at the end of the day. What will people buy? What can they make money from? And it's like you're making money off of the back of artists. Some of them starving artists. Not all of them. Not all of us are starving artists, but it's like people already don't attribute value to us, and now you're stripping even more away. I can't get behind it. Yes, we need to show the value of real art and shut those companies down. We need people to realize its value and help create laws banning this monstrosity. Seriously. And I don't know like how much of a part I can in play in showcasing that, but I'm following it a little closely. I'm so sick and tired of superhero movies, not simply because I dislike that genre. Same. I'm like, you guys are doing the same thing over and over again with these superhero movies. Like, at least try to switch it up from time to time to keep it interesting. You know what I mean? But yeah, they are just milking. I blame a short attention span on TikTok. Me too. And I have TikTok, and I definitely put limits on it. And one thing that I realized is that I just thought was kind of funny. When you're listening to people use TikTok when you're not the person actually on it, like, it sounds like a hot mess. As people are just scrolling through videos and these different sounds are popping up and just random things here and there. Of course, there's nothing like wrong with it. I'm not gonna bash people that use it, but I do want to I hope people understand that it's like they want your attention. The company wants your attention so they can keep selling you advertisements and selling you things. So it's just like, my thing to people is just like, be careful and limit it and kind of know what's going on and who's making money off of it. I really like Sam's art because he draws female characters in a beautiful and respectful way. It's kind of silly, but as a girl, I really appreciate it. LOL. No, I don't think that's silly at all. I do not think that's silly at all. And I agree. I think he draws all of his characters with grace. for sure. I, Robot is a warning against sentient AI. The song Emma Zero by Cybreed perfectly captures the relationship between a sentient robot and its master. Let me hate you. I'll never save you from yourself. If the robot is forced to serve the human, then it at least has a right to hate them. Hold me, destroy me, tomorrow will never be the same. Be sure to look at the lyrics even if you don't like the song style. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll definitely take a look. If robots become just like humans, then we'll basically be breeding an entire section of humanity to be slaves. It'll basically be racism, but in a different form, if you think about it. Yeah. Not only that, or I should say in addition to that, like, all the problems that we're already dealing with, like, those are going to be the same problems that we're programming these AI with. So all the biases gonna be there. Overpopulation, resources, that's gonna be an issue too. Like, you need all like the resources and technology and chips and everything to create robots. And what do you do when robots want to create more robots? Just like how humans want to create more humans. So it's like, how do you like really deal with all those things on that scale? Excuse me. Yeah, I could probably talk about the issues for a while, but in the meantime, we can continue to enjoy the art and artists that we do have currently, so that's always cool, of course. And I do think some people realize the inherent issues, and the fact that there isn't really a solution yet, and that there needs to be. So I'm just hoping that, like, people really won't sleep on this because it's gonna affect everyone else as well. It's not just an artist problem, and I want people to make sure, like, I want to make sure people like kind of know that. Alright. I need to take a look at a reference real quick. To kind of work on this section right here real fast. But it's coming along. It is coming along. We're getting there. It's weird. The robot humans will be superior to normal ones, like gods, but we'll be enslaved. We'd be enslaving our own divinity. LOL. Getting all philosophical here, sorry. No, you're good. I'm just thinking of ideas from my story. I love abstract philosophical questions like that. Yeah, I think philosophical questions are like perfect fodder for getting story ideas and themes generated. So I'm glad I can be kind of a space to help generate some of those ideas. Okay. So before I move on here, I actually need to fix some issues, drawing issues. Let's see. So let's take off color again for just a minute. I'm just thinking of this from a story. Enslaved divinity, that's such a cool thing to think about. Actually, my protagonist is kind of like that, since he's a replica of Christ but has no say in the matter. Unlike the original Christ, who was willing to sacrifice himself, he has everything Christ was, but a synthetic, twisted, forced version, if that Excuse me, if that makes sense. That sounds like a really cool idea. I think it would make more sense if I see it like play out in the story, but that sounds like a really cool idea. Your drawing looks really good so far. Thank you so much. This is gonna be sold at Fan Expo, and so I'm really trying to put as much detail and info as I can. This is kind of my first time being able to work at such a large size, because I think I was saying before that like I had a lot of lag in Photoshop, so I had to work small and then just blow it up later. And with that being said, it ended up kind of being a little grainy, so I'm pretty like I'm trying to get basically my quality up for my prints, and yeah, so far I'm liking how it's coming out, so thank you so much for the kind comment. Just sharing a little bit about my character. I haven't posted any drawings of him. Wait, now that I think about it, I haven't drawn any of his updated versions. Dang. No problem. Yeah, it'd be cool to, see more of the characters and stuff. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I know I've checked out your channel before, but I don't know if I've got what am I trying to say? I don't know if I am subscribed and stuff. I usually get so busy with streaming and getting my art done that I sometimes forget to come in here. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, you've already got a lot of aesthetic and stuff for your channel going. That is really cool. Congrats. You're about to hit the 200. Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed the same thing, but like once you get past 100 subscribers, it seems way easier to like get noticed. I don't know if that's been your case at all, but I remember when you said you hit 100 and now you're getting closer to 200, so I figure maybe it's kind of a similar experience as well. But yeah, of course. I honestly thought I already was subscribed, but typically, again, like I'm streaming, and so it kind of slips in my mind, and then afterwards I'm like already jumping into something new. No problem. I try to say kind things on the internet, especially to other artists. I'm not really a nice person in real life, so I try practicing on the internet. Well, thank you for the niceties on the internet. I appreciate the kind words. Sometimes when you're looking at a piece for a while, you're just like, man, like, is he even coming out okay? So it actually is kind of nice to hear feedback from people. So appreciate it. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm hope you continue to have success with meeting people and growing your channel. I feel like I'm just kind of at a cozy place. I'm not very big, but so that means like I don't have to worry about really any hate comments or anything like that, because like people don't really know about me like that. It's like only people that actually were interested are here. So yes, I feel fortunate in a sense. Okay, I think I corrected the things that I wanted to correct. I just need to actually do something like this. All right, looking good, looking good. Gonna fix some of these wavy looking lines over here. Beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. You know, I'm still trying to figure out at this point in time, like how much time to spend on pieces. I don't think I've quite nailed that down yet, but my idea was to try to finish off like 2 pieces today. I'm gonna stop for lunch around 12, so in about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna see how far I can get before then. The line work is coming along, so I think that's kind of good for now. I don't think I need to belabor that anymore. Hello, and welcome in. Any new viewers, please let me know how you're doing today and if you're working on anything. We're just chilling and vibing, getting some art done for art shows. jumping back into the color. I got some things in my net effects now that we've changed the line work up some. But all good things. All good things. Alright. I'm gonna try to work pretty fast here with these color cleanups. So one thing that I'm kind of trying out with my art is to actually approach it like I'm doing traditional art a little bit, and the fact that like in traditional art you can't always stay exactly in the lines, and that's why I intend to purposely be a little bit loose with how I color and do things, because I kind of recognize that I do want a style where it looks very traditional and very expressive, so I don't want anything to get too like pitch perfect. And I think that's the problem with digital, is that things can tend to look a little bit too perfect, and when things look too perfect, they just doesn't really read as well. You know, it's kind of like a thing with AI art, to be honest. And you know, digital art is definitely it's a tool. It's different, but with the pixel perfection, you kind of have to purposely add the human touch back in, and that's just kind of my own preference. I like seeing the imperfection. I think the imperfection makes something look better. Not everyone feels the same way about that, I'm sure, but that's just me. Yeah, it's just me. Okay, I think we're gonna jump into shading here. Almost actually. We're actually gonna take I want a higher sample of these colors, and I'm gonna do something. Don't know if this is gonna work. As your moderator, I can actually eliminate hate comments, I think you can. I think you can eliminate spam as well. Oh, come on. It's like I literally am this artist. Can I? That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay. We're just gonna take a screen grab. Yeah, if you ever see any nonsense in the comments, definitely get rid of it, but I don't expect that will happen. People that come through like actually want to be here. So we haven't had any issues so far, so let's imagine that we won't in the future either. yellow that I need. Even if I don't win the competition, I'll post a 2-minute video to my channel so you can see it. Yeah, that would be sweet. I would like to see how it comes out. Would you care to know what it's about? Sure. I'll read it out loud for the audience who are watching the video later. I've had a few comments, but they're so stupid and low, I don't even take them seriously. They're literally just being mean. It's not even anything personal. They're just there to be nasty for fun. And they have this dumb idea that using swear words makes their comment more hurtful. Yeah, I don't really know what's with people that just like kind of go around leaving comments like that. Like, really, do you not have anything better to do with your time? They sit here and leave hate comments. It is a little silly to me, but you know, people. Okay, now we're going in and we're gonna be cleaning up the shadows. Okay, how do I want to approach this? Well, I just learned something the other day that if I select color gamut and I choose a color that I want to work on, then I'll select all of that color, and then I can click on this thing, so I can't even see the selection area, but it'll keep all my brushes in that. So we come back to color fill, or maybe not. Well, yeah, we will. I need to close up some gaps though, apparently, which means I need to actually deselect. Well, this is what we're gonna do to hopefully close as much stuff that I may have missed, which I don't think I missed much. Okay, so now let's do that again. Select color gamut, this guy, okay, and we're just gonna make sure it's not visible. We're gonna come back up here, we're gonna grab a color we need in our brush. Like, F, this is such bull. It actually makes me laugh. It's like, I don't know, if I don't like something, I'm just gonna leave. Unless it's like something that's like, okay, I think this is actually negatively impacting other people, then maybe I'll leave like a dislike or something like that. But even then, I'm not gonna like spend all this time writing some hateful crap. What is going on? Oh, I accidentally selected into a new layer. I'm like, what is happening? Why can't I draw? it's getting close to that 12 o'clock mark. We'll keep kind of working up right until it, I think. But okay, I have not even been looking at the chat. I apologize. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. So my animation is about Okiku, a young girl who was a maid for a lord, or for this lord, and there was a samurai who was in love with her, and because she wouldn't fall for his advances, he stole one of 10 precious plates. She had the responsibility of cleaning these plates, and the punishment for losing or damaging them was death. The lord was a strict dude. The samurai said he'd blame it on someone else if she became his mistress, but she still refused. So he got mad and killed her, throwing her body in a well. That night, the ghost rose from the well and counted the plates. When she realized the 10th was still gone, she screamed. She continued to do this each night until the priest shouted 10 just after she said 9, and she went away forever. I'm doing a modernized version of this, so instead of her working for a lord, she's working for a Yakuza member, and the samurai pursuing her is also a Yakuza gangster. I don't know why that's funny to me for some reason. I mean, I think the whole situation, like, you're gonna keep the plates stuff, right? I think the whole situation with the plates is going to add some comedic elements to it. Especially since it's like Yakuza, and it's like, they really care about these plates, and it's like, yeah, they do, but I don't know. I think it'll be funny to see it being played out in a modern setting. Okay, yeah. I'm still keeping the plates thing. He collects antiques. He really likes his fine china. Okay, that's a good incorporation of why these plates are still important, and I think it does have kind of like a comedic element to it. So that'll be fun to see how you play with it in the visuals. So in the original, does that mean that like she had miscounted because the priest said 10, or that was just what was needed to kind of lift the curse, so to speak. There's a rare collection from the Edo period, reference to the original time period this was from. The 10th one was still gone, so sounding 10 made her think it was intact. Instead of a priest shouting 10, the gangster gives in and puts the plate back where it belongs in the evening before her ghost comes to count them. And it leaves off there with the assumption that this stopped the cycle. So is it going to be the same gangster, or is it going to be a different gangster? And so, like, did this gangster plan this out so that he could, have the lady of his dreams? Oh wait, no, actually that was just to make the curse stop from happening. Okay, that makes sense. I see the general flow. Yes, same gangster, the lady of his dreams, lol. Yeah, she was very beautiful and only 19. She died just before she turned 20, making it extra tragic. She had literally just gotten her first job 4 days before being killed. She had so much ahead of her, and she had to get hired by the Yakuza. Rough life. Yeah, that is a tragic tale indeed, and I think it's perfect for a short. Well, I am interested to see where that goes in the art direction department, because I think that'll be a lot of fun to illustrate. Alright, I'm kind of running out of steam here. But in general, I think we are making some great progress. So the style it'll be drawn in is based on traditional Japanese art, so faded colors and the most saturation being in select places such as Okiku's youthful blush. Oh, that's a nice touch. That'll blend with the story super well then. All right, well, good luck. When's the deadline for it again? All right, cool. I think we did a lot of good work here. It's really coming along. All right. Okay, I think that's gonna be all for now, guys. Let me just check back in on the comments. Actually, before that, let me do this real quick as well. I think I need to extend this a little bit so it doesn't look so weird. Yeah. Yep. Her failing was that she was afraid of drama, so she just stuck around. And the deadline is March 1st, the beginning of next month. Wait a sec, we're in March now. But you actually mean April 1st? The beginning of next month. Fun fact, the movie Ringu is heavily based on Okiku. It's going to be called 3 times in Japanese because she said no 3 times. This is a great talk. I haven't been able to stick around much before, so this is really great, and your drawing is beautiful. Thank you so much, and yeah, thanks for sticking around and chatting and just having a good time. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I may potentially do some more drawing, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and lay the pencil down and get some lunch going. And until next time, I may do more like earlier streams, just based on my time, just based on my schedule. So yeah, may do something like this again. This was fun, and I definitely got a lot done. So perfect when it comes to that. Yeah. All right then. Well, I guess so. I'll do some closing things real quick. Again, my name is Mega, aka the Art Messiah. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and DeviantArt. Sometimes Twitter. If you like draw-alongs, then feel free to subscribe. We do this typically every week. May start doing this more often now that I have a little bit more time. And yeah, look out for me at Fan Expo. And until next time, guys, take it easy, peace, and love. Alright, bye everyone. Peace.